Exploring Mongolia, a land of endless grasslands and the fascinating kingdom of women. In the heart of Central Asia, where endless grasslands stretch out beneath towering mountain ranges, lies Mongolia, a country rich with a deeply rooted nomadic lifestyle and a culture like no other. It's a place brimming with mystery and wonder, drawing in adventurers and curious travelers from across the globe. In this video, we'll uncover what makes Mongolia so extraordinary, from its vibrant culture to its breathtaking landscapes. Get ready to dive into the incredible world of Mongolia. The nomadic way of life has given birth to some truly unique customs, particularly among the Mosuo people, an indigenous group with ties to Mongolia, still residing in certain areas today. For centuries, as families moved from place to place, men would often leave to hunt, explore, or seek new lands. Unfortunately, many never made it back, facing the unforgiving elements, accidents, and other dangers. Left without the support of their husbands, the women adapted in a fascinating way, creating what many call the Kingdom of Women. This Mosuo community, around 40,000 strong, lives mostly in remote villages nestled between Mongolia and China, where they've held on to their centuries-old traditions, including the remarkable practice of walking marriages. Walking marriages, the unique family structure of the Mosuo people. But what exactly is a walking marriage? After a coming-of-age ceremony, Mosuo women gain the freedom to choose their partners, and they can have as many or as few as they wish over their lifetime. Unlike in most cultures, these couples do not live together. Instead, children are raised within the mother's family, with uncles and brothers stepping into the fatherly role. It's believed that the dangers faced by men in their nomadic lives have played a huge part in why this system has endured. It's a way to keep families strong, even in the absence of the men. This way of life has fascinated sociologists and travelers alike, offering a glimpse into a rare and enduring tradition. Before we dive any deeper, we want to hear from you. What do you think of this unique way of life? Would you ever consider visiting Mongolia to witness it firsthand? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The ancient tradition of bridal stealing, a glimpse into Mongolia's cultural heritage. But hold on, the surprises don't stop there. One of the most unusual customs in Mongolia, which has intrigued many, is an ancient tradition called bridal stealing. Yes, you heard that right. In some rural parts of Mongolia, this practice, though officially outlawed today, still lingers. Bridal stealing involves a man taking the woman he wishes to marry back to his home, where a wedding ceremony often follows. While it was more common in the past, the practice has dramatically declined due to legal changes. Yet in some rural areas, traces of it remain, showing just how deeply embedded some traditions are in Mongolia's cultural fabric. Mongolia's path to independence, from communist rule to a democratic nation. Shifting gears to Mongolia's political landscape, this country's road to becoming a fully independent nation wasn't smooth. In 1990, Mongolia underwent a peaceful revolution, bringing an end to decades of communist rule. This pivotal moment led to the adoption of a democratic system, completely transforming the nation's political structure. Just 2 years later, in 1992, Mongolia was officially recognized as a full member of the United Nations, solidifying its place as an independent and sovereign country on the global stage. What makes Mongolia even more intriguing is its warrior past, which is woven deep into the nation's cultural identity. It might even explain the roots of ancient customs like bridal stealing. Mongolia is truly a land of contrasts, where history, tradition, and progress blend in the most unexpected ways. Shagi, the ancient Mongolian art of fortune-telling and games with ankle bones. Now let's dive into one of the most captivating elements of Mongolian culture, Shagi, or Mongolian ankle-bone fortune-telling. This ancient tradition uses the ankle bones of sheep or goats for predicting the future and as part of various games. So why is Shagi still such a significant part of life in Mongolia today? The answer lies in the strong connection between this practice and Mongolia's nomadic lifestyle, as well as its spiritual heritage, which combines shamanistic and Buddhist beliefs. When the bones are cast, they land on one of four sides, each representing a different animal: sheep, camel, horse, or goat. But what do these animals symbolize? The sheep represents stability, the camel endurance, the horse symbolizes strength, and the goat agility. Together, these animals offer guidance on everything from health to major life decisions. What's even more interesting is how this ancient method of prediction is rooted in Mongolian texts, reflecting a deep bond between daily life, nature, and spirituality. But Shagi isn't just about fortune-telling. It's also a social activity, with various games built around these bones. These games blur the lines between the sacred and the recreational, highlighting how play and prophecy coexist in Mongolian culture. It's incredible how such ancient traditions have adapted and still thrive in today's fast-paced world. For outsiders, the simplicity of Shagi might seem surprising, but it's exactly that simplicity that carries so much symbolic weight. How many cultures do you know that combine fortune-telling with fun and games in such a unique way? Mongolia, the land of the blue sky and its rich spiritual heritage. Now, Mongolia, often called the land of the blue sky, gets an incredible 260 sunny days a year. But how does all this sunshine affect life in such a remote and fascinating country? Well, this abundance of sunlight isn't just a fun fact. It's a vital part of daily life here. Most of Mongolia's population, about 53%, follows Tibetan Buddhism, but the spiritual landscape is far more diverse. Shamanism and Tengrism also coexist with Buddhism, shaping Mongolian culture in profound ways. Even though only about 8% of people actively practice Buddhism, its influence runs deep throughout society. Fun fact: did you know that Mongolia's first Buddhist temple was built way back in 1586? That's when the country's rich religious history really began. Now, Mongolia might not be the top travel destination on everyone's list, but it offers a treasure trove of unique experiences. One of the most captivating elements of Mongolian culture is its superstitions. Have you ever heard of Burkhan Khaldun? It's a sacred mountain believed to be the birthplace of the legendary Genghis Khan. Local traditions say this mountain holds mystical powers, and many people believe that touching it with your right hand brings good luck and protection from evil spirits. Mongolia might not be overflowing with tourists, but doesn't the thought of uncovering these ancient traditions make it so much more appealing? What other hidden gems and stories do you think this mysterious land holds? Stick around as we continue to explore the wonders of this captivating country. Mongolian Shamanism, adapting ancient spirituality for modern challenges. One of the most intriguing spiritual practices in Mongolia is shamanism, which has roots in the ancient belief system known as Tengrism. What's fascinating is how this tradition has stood the test of time, surviving countless cultural shifts. But here's the remarkable part. Shamanism didn't just survive, it adapted in ways you might never expect. Despite the rise of Buddhism and even harsh repression during the Soviet era, shamanic practices made a surprising comeback after the 1990s. So, how did this happen? Shamans act as intermediaries between the human and spirit worlds, and their rituals are nothing short of intense. Picture the rhythmic beat of drums, the echoing chants, and the deep trance-like states used to connect with ancestors and nature spirits. The energy during these ceremonies is electric, bridging the past and present, the spiritual and physical realms. What's really interesting is how shamans have modernized their practices to meet the needs of today. They now perform rituals not just for ancient survival concerns, but for modern issues like health, success in business, and even personal relationships. It's incredible to think that rituals created centuries ago to ensure survival in the wilderness have evolved to help people with everyday challenges in today's fast-paced world. Have you ever wondered how such ancient traditions can blend so seamlessly with modern life? Mongolian shamanism is more than just a spiritual practice. It's deeply woven into daily life, influencing everything from health to love. So, what makes this ancient belief system still so relevant, especially in a world that's constantly changing? Could it be that Mongolia holds the secret to balancing spiritual wisdom with modern challenges in ways we can't even imagine? Stay tuned, because we're just getting started on this journey of uncovering more mysteries about this incredible land. Mongolia's unique culinary staples, from ice cream legends to sheep's eye juice. Have you ever heard of a place where ice cream and sheep's eye juice both have a special spot in the local culture? Welcome to Mongolia, a land full of surprises. Mongolian ice cream is a refreshing treat, especially during the hot summer months. According to an old tale, after a grueling battle in the desert heat, a group of Mongolian warriors stumbled upon an inventive way to cool down. One of them mixed fresh snow with mare's milk, and just like that, Mongolian ice cream was born. Over time, this frosty delight has come to symbolize Mongolian creativity, combining the simplicity of nature with resourcefulness. But wait, there's more. Mongolia is also home to one of the most unusual drinks you'll ever hear of: sheep's eye juice. Yes, you heard that right. Sheep's eyes. This traditional hangover cure is made from tomato juice, vinegar, and sheep's eyes. It might sound wild, but Mongolians swear by it, especially during festivals and long celebrations. Not only is it believed to help recover from a night of heavy drinking, but it's also seen as a part of their rich cultural heritage. So what do you think? Would you be brave enough to try these cultural staples if you ever found yourself in Mongolia? Mongolia's natural beauty and hidden wonders, from green plains to dinosaur fossils. And that's just the beginning. Mongolia's traditions and history have shaped the everyday lives of its people in fascinating ways. Beyond the unique cuisine, the natural beauty of this country is simply breathtaking. Imagine endless green plains and steppes, home to nomadic herders and their livestock, horses, yaks, and sheep, all living in harmony with nature. Here you can experience the peaceful rhythm of traditional Mongolian life, where the fast pace of modern society feels like a distant memory. Now let's take a trip to the southern region, home to the famous Gobi Desert, one of the largest and driest deserts in Asia. It might look barren at first glance, but the Gobi holds some incredible secrets. Millions of years ago, this desert was teeming with life, including dinosaurs. Thanks to the dry climate, fossils are perfectly preserved here, making it a treasure trove for paleontologists. One of the most exciting discoveries is a theropod dinosaur, similar to the Tyrannosaurus rex, found right here in the Gobi. This fossil has helped scientists better understand dinosaur evolution, and in 2018, they unearthed a fossilized skull of a primitive mammal that lived 75 million years ago. Mongolia is also famous for its fossilized dinosaur eggs, which have given us fascinating insights into how dinosaurs reproduced and developed. Heading north, you'll come across one of Mongolia's most stunning natural wonders, Lake Kovsgol. Known for its crystal-clear waters and lush green shores, it's the perfect retreat for nature lovers. The lake also plays a crucial role as a habitat for migratory birds, making it an important ecological site. Not too far away is another of Mongolia's natural treasures, the Culinary River. As one of the longest rivers in the country, it winds its way through vast steppes and mountains, creating breathtaking landscapes that bring life to this remote region. Yes, the winters here are extreme. Temperatures can plummet to a chilling 30 degrees Celsius below zero, but don't let the cold deter you. The city is close to some of Mongolia's most incredible landmarks. One must-see is the colossal Genghis Khan equestrian statue, located in Tsonjin Bulldog, just outside the capital. Standing 40 meters tall, this towering steel monument is the largest of its kind in the world, paying tribute to Mongolia's legendary leader, Genghis Khan. The statue is part of a larger tourist complex that includes a museum and cultural center, offering visitors a deep dive into Mongolia's rich and fascinating history. The nomadic life in Mongolia, living in harmony with nature. While Mongolia might feel like a distant and unfamiliar place, its rich culture, ancient traditions, and jaw-dropping landscapes make it unlike any other destination. One of the most captivating aspects of Mongolian life is its nomadic culture, which is still very much alive today. But what does it really mean to live a nomadic lifestyle in Mongolia? Imagine waking up each day in a traditional gur, a felt tent, at the foot of towering mountains, surrounded by untouched wilderness and vast landscapes stretching endlessly into the horizon. For many Mongolians, this isn't just an occasional escape, it's their daily life. They live in harmony with nature, moving with their herds and adapting to the changing seasons as part of the natural cycle of a Mongolian year. Each morning in the Mongolian steppe starts with the crisp mountain air filling the gyr as the first rays of sunlight peek through small openings. Families gather around a wood stove to prepare a simple but hearty breakfast, often featuring yak milk, an essential source of energy for the busy day ahead. After breakfast, everyone takes on their roles. Some head out to tend to the livestock that roam the vast plains, while others stay behind to care for the home, repair the gear, or tackle daily chores. This deep connection to the land and animals defines their entire way of life, where each day brings fresh challenges in this rugged yet stunning environment. Mongolia's nomads have mastered survival in one of the world's harshest climates, all while holding on to their ancestral traditions. Their lives revolve around their livestock, horses, sheep, goats, yaks, and camels, which provide almost everything they need: food, milk, wool, and even transportation. These animals are vital for survival. The nomadic lifestyle is all about mobility, as families are constantly on the move, searching for fresh pasture and water for their herds. During the warmer months, they set up camp in high mountain pastures, but when winter's chill arrives, they seek refuge in sheltered valleys to escape the brutal snow and icy winds. The Mongolian gur, or yurt, is more than just a home. It's a symbol of adaptability and resilience. This circular, portable structure, made from wool felt, can be quickly assembled and disassembled as the family moves with the seasons. Inside, the space is cozy yet practical, featuring essentials like beds, tables, and stoves that keep everyone warm during those freezing winter nights. Mongolia is truly a place where the ancient and modern coexist side by side, where traditions stay strong and life is shaped by the forces of nature. So, what do you think about this nomadic way of life? Could you imagine living like this? Let us know in the comments below. Mongolia's festivals, celebrating tradition and heritage through winter and summer. When you think of Mongolia, wide-open steppes and nomadic life might come to mind, but the country is also bursting with fascinating traditions and celebrations that make it truly unique. During the long, frigid winters, Mongolian festivals bring a sense of warmth and excitement to the people's lives. Ever wondered how a country with such harsh winters celebrates? Well, winter is the festival season in Mongolia. Cities light up with concerts, parades, and traditional dance performances that turn the cold streets into lively celebrations. One of the most important festivals is Tsagan Sar, Mongolia's Lunar New Year celebration. Families come together for grand feasts and ceremonies that honor their ancestors and mark the beginning of a new year. But Mongolian life isn't just about festivals. One of the most incredible traditions that still thrives today is hunting with golden eagles in the remote Altai Mountains. Imagine the skill and patience it takes to train these powerful birds of prey to catch wild animals like foxes and rabbits. It's an ancient practice that's been passed down for generations, keeping the bond between hunter and eagle alive. Can you picture yourself working alongside such a majestic predator? Mongolia's warrior spirit comes alive every July during the country's largest festival, Nadam. This annual event celebrates the three manly skills: wrestling, archery, and horse racing. But Nadam is more than just a showcase of physical strength. It's a reflection of Mongolia's deep cultural heritage, rooted in strength, honor, and tradition. Thousands of people from across Mongolia and around the world gather to witness this vibrant display of Mongolian life, making it an unforgettable experience. The fascinating twists behind Mongolia's three national sports: wrestling, archery, and horse racing. You've probably heard of Mongolia's three famous sports: wrestling, archery, and horse racing. But did you know that each has its own fascinating twist? Take Mongolian wrestling, known as bok. Unlike many wrestling styles, there are no weight classes, no time limits, and only men compete at the national level. However, times are changing. Women are beginning to break barriers by participating in local competitions. And when a wrestler wins, the celebration is just as impressive. The victor performs the eagle dance, a powerful symbol of freedom and strength. Next up, let's dive into archery. In Mongolia, both men and women compete in this ancient sport. What makes it stand out? Unlike other competitions where scores are displayed on flashy digital boards, Mongolian archery is judged purely by the voices of the judges. This keeps the experience authentic and rooted in tradition, where precision and age-old customs come together in harmony. And then there's horse racing, a truly unique part of Nadam. What makes Mongolian horse racing so different? Well, for one, the jockeys aren't adults. They're children, some as young as 5 years old. These young riders take on vast, open terrain in races that test endurance more than just speed. In fact, some races cover distances up to 17 miles. But don't worry. Safety measures have been improved in recent years to ensure these young athletes are well protected. Nadam, a celebration of tradition and progress in Mongolia. The Nadam Festival is much more than a simple sports celebration. It is a vibrant and dynamic representation of Mongolia's ever-evolving culture and identity. Rooted in the country's long-standing nomadic traditions, Nadam offers a glimpse into Mongolia's past, particularly its strong connection to the era of Genghis Khan and the centuries-old skills that once defined the nation's way of life. Events like wrestling, horse racing, and archery, which have been practiced for generations, continue to symbolize the strength, endurance, and spirit of the Mongolian people. However, Nadam also embodies the country's journey into modernity and cultural progression. In recent years, the festival has seen a notable rise in the participation of women in events that were traditionally dominated by men, reflecting broader social changes and a growing movement toward gender equality in Mongolia. This inclusion of women adds a new dimension to the festival, celebrating not only the legacy of the past, but also the ongoing transformation of Mongolian society. This harmonious blend of old customs and modern values is what truly sets Nadam apart, creating a unique and unforgettable celebration that captures the essence of Mongolia's cultural heritage while embracing its future. Whether you are drawn to the ancient traditions or the new changes, Nadam stands as a symbol of Mongolia's enduring spirit and its continuous march toward progress. This fusion of history and innovation makes both Nadam and the way of life in Mongolia deeply fascinating and special. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means everything to us. Click on the video popping up on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love it. Let us know in the comments which country you'd like us to explore next. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Remember, leave a comment, like the video to show your support, and hit that subscribe button for more amazing content. See you next time.